Hello again, stream. I am back, and we are doing more Factorio. Running fine. Stream going. Cool. Okay, so we're expanding the factory. We got a lot of things to do now. The last thing we did when we left off, we, in essence, we just finished this stone brick factory, which I'm happy about. I'm not really sure where I want this to end up in the line, but I'm thinking I'm just gonna put it. I definitely don't need a full. Yeah, I'm thinking I definitely don't need a full set of. My brain is not working. Apologies. Um, 4 belts for this, so I'm just gonna split it into 2. I think that'll be acceptable. We're gonna do this for now. Just gonna do 2 belts. Hopefully that'll be okay. Um, so that's pretty nice. We are gonna have to do steel soon too, but that's not the number one priority for me at the moment. I think what is number one, we kinda really need to get some green science going. Now, there's a lot of ways we can continue to work on that. One thing I'm thinking about, if we look here, I have the green circuits planned out. We're going to need a lot of green circuits. Fact is, we're just going to need a lot. And in order to accommodate that, I am thinking I might want to, instead of normal factories, I use tier 2 factories. As you can see, this makes it like 2/3 of the original amount, in essence. I don't think is that the exact number? I think it is. Essentially, we are using a lot less of the, it takes a lot less factories to actually do the things we want to do. In order to do that, I need to finish automation 2, which is going to require 40 logistics science packs, which would be frustrating if I hadn't already automated transport belts and inserters, which means it is actually not really going to take all that long to craft it by hand. So I think that's what we're going to do for the moment. It's not the fastest or best way to do it, but for now I think it's acceptable. I don't have any extra assembly machines on hand. If I did, I would use those to automatically craft some and just manually put the inputs into it. But for now, I think this will work. For now, I think this is okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will do that. One moment. What I'm going to do instead, we're going to make just 2. We're just going to make 2 assembly machines. And we're going to use those. Let me grab some more inserters. I think I'm doing fine on belts. So let's go ahead and just, for the sake of it, we're going to do this, this. We're going to place that, 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 that. Both of these are going to produce some green science. And we'll put max stack of each into there. We'll start producing a little bit, just to speed it up slightly. I don't know if both these inserters are necessary. My thought process is, oh, if these craft slightly faster, then they get used up. I think they do. In that case, we can belt. Both of these will slowly get filled up. That'll be nice. But for now, I'm also going to feed them manually a little bit. Yeah, this isn't super efficient or anything, but for a little temporary setup, I think this is pretty good for a little bit of green science, and that'll get things going a lot better. Let me double check the recipe for this really quick. It does take normal assembly machines, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and craft a bunch of those right now just to decrease the crafting time when I do get electric circuits up and going. I'm also gonna steal some iron so I can craft more things. Yeah, but you can see what's going on right here. Both of these are running at the same time for part of the time. Not 100% of the time, but for part of the time. Which is enough. Doesn't need to be the most efficient thing in the world, it just needs to work. Anyways. Specific we want to work on right now. Definitely. Didn't think it would put that fast. Those a few extra stacks of this. I don't really need the drills right now, but eventually. Eventually I absolutely will. I am currently wondering if I want to make another iron smelter, because at the moment uh, I'm not doing a full conveyor belt of iron. Is the only thing. I'm only doing half with the 24 we currently have. I'm thinking about whether I want to do another one. I think I should, so I'm gonna go ahead and start setting that up. Let me cut down the tree. Need commit forestation. Anyways. This. Do this. Gonna do this. And there we go. Going, and we did finish our first automation. That's pretty good. Let's see. Is there anything else important we want to do right now? Is there anything at all? I'm not getting very many people on stream today. Let me double check. It set the game to Undertale. I don't know. Oh, nice. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. It's appreciated. I don't know if any of these I really need. Steel furnaces are nice. I don't have steel production up yet, though. That's not super important. Kind of the same thing with logistics, or the fast transport belts, where it's just I don't have enough infrastructure to actually make them yet. Hmm. Out of everything, to be honest, suppose app research speed isn't important to me yet. I can't even make. I can make grenades technically. I suppose I'll do that. Grenades are pretty useful. Um. Anyways, let's place down some inserters for our thing. We did finish. Let's see, how much of this can we make? Oh, right, I need steel, don't I? I need steel, make assembly. I suppose while that's going, or while I'm creating this, let's go ahead and take some of this coal and we'll just manually smelt a little bit of steel. Between 5, that works. So I don't need a ton. I more or less just need enough to actually create the stuff I need to create. Also, you're welcome. Oh, wait, Jeremy, everything. Oh, true. Fair point. Fair point. That's too bad. We already finished military technology. Do I want to? I haven't even finished green science yet. I don't think I need to do military science packs. No, I think steel furnaces are probably the next most important thing. I don't think I even put enough resources in there to actually make the stuff for it, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Um, what else can I use at the moment? I need 2 splitters. I think I need another underground belt. And in general, I just need to wait for more of the steel to finish. Let's see, how many did I need? 25 total. I made 18, so I do have enough to actually do it now. And more or less just... Actually, I do not want you to steal on the belt, but late, I suppose. Okay. Let's setting up this. And then I do actually need a splitter, don't I? Need 2 more splitters. One to go right here, the other to go up here. Okay. This way we can basically just copy what we have up there. Actually, I do not want this to actually be connected yet. I want to finish making a bit more of this steel really quick. Okay. How many more? Is this enough? Another 2 after that. And then I will have all of the assembly machines I need to make the green circuits. So, in essence, for full capacity, if I'm doing a full row of green circuits, I'm gonna need 15 of these, which is equivalent to 3 belts. That makes sense. So what I'm gonna have to do um hmm, let's see, what's the best way to do this? Factorio 1 belt balancer. Because the main thing is... Okay, so this is the best way to do it, it looks like. The main thing I'm thinking about right now is that I don't want one side to be overrun. Okay, I think I have a pretty good idea of how I want this to work. Basically, we're going to set this up into... Well, no, because there's 10 of these. So what's the idea with that? Because if we're doing 15, right now with yellow belts, the max we can... We need 45 cables. The max we can do with a single belt is 15. So this kind of thing is the max we'd be able to do. And then we'd have to balance this out. I believe this is the way it showed how to do it. Like that. Correct? Yes, the only difference is that it's unnecessary. So if we set all of these to be copper cables, for these, because I them. I also need more resources in general. Let me go ahead and grab the rest of the steel. Right. So I'm also gonna need some fast inserters. Let's figure this out. We're gonna need some inserters here. And then we're actually gonna need the copper input. So how do we want to do the copper input? Well, I suppose what we could do instead is very similar, but not exactly the same. Basically, we are going to pull out... It's going to have to be 1.5 rows of copper once we eventually get this to full capacity. Oh, I messed this up, didn't I? Fine, I can just... this. Okay, so... we're doing 2 rows of copper. We're gonna have it go up like this, and we're gonna split off 1/2. This is gonna be half of a belt, so 7.5 per second. So now every single one of these rows is 7.5 per second. In theory. Now this is gonna go off, and this is gonna feed 5. So how is this gonna feed 5 is the question. How do we have it feed 5 and still be balanced on both sides and not be completely messed up? The question, basically my main question is, do we want this to run through the middle and then these both to output on the sides? Or do we want the copper cables to run through the middle and output on both of the sides? That's what I'm trying to think of right now. And I think I want it to take from the middle. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Okay, let's try this and see what happens. I feel like this is just going to be simpler. So if we do this, this, sorry, it'd be this, this. I believe this is going to result in both these combining into one. So this is going to be our first one. Our first row of copper cables, in essence. Okay, so what we're going to do now is more or less just copy this. We're going to copy this and we're going to put it up here. Main thing is that it needs to be completely separate. These need to be completely separate. Because if we put them on the same belt, it isn't going to be even. Let's try this. That. Go. I placed some of these wrong. Did I? Okay, so now we have 2 whole rows of copper cables. Hey there, welcome in. And now I need to copy it one more time. There's a tree in the way, unfortunately. I'll cut a few of these just to make sure. We have 2 rows of copper cables. Now we're going to need our last row. You are not Jeremy, but Jeremy is everything. Some more cables. There we go. I'll place some things correctly. There we go. Okay. So, in essence, we have 3 rows of copper cables now. And now all of these need to be processed into the actual circuit boards. Okay, let's take a double look at what we need. We do need 1 row of iron plates. And factories. That makes sense. So I think what the best idea to do here is to do 1, 2, 5. or just 5 rather. Do I do it out this way? I suppose I should. In the middle. Yeah, this feels a little bit narrow, I think. I also did not put the right spacing between these. So it's whatever anyways. Do this, this. You put an extra 1, 2, that. Yep. Okay. The idea now is we have one along this side. I'm going to pick up some of these extra ones. This one is going to run down the middle. And this one is, instead of running up here, is actually going to run to the side over to here. So this is going to result in this, this, or I guess this, this, that, that. There we go. And now we have 3 rows of cables going through the middle. We're going to need circuit boards being crafted on all of these. And then we want 10 of our fast inserters. Thank you for the happy poop. I really appreciate it. And we want 10 of our long inserters. The idea here is each of these sides is going to get their full row of cables, but then they're also both sides are going to split another row. It's going to be like this. So this is how they're each going to get their cables. That works. And now we just need to figure out iron and the actual circuit boards themselves. So I'm thinking we only need 1 row of iron for this. So what we can do is bring up this row of iron all the way. Have it travel somewhere through here. I don't know where the best spot to actually put it would be. Get through. I guess down here. These. At least 1, or probably more. Okay, so this is gonna go here. Gonna go up. I'm going to get to split this off. Not there, a little bit earlier. Actually, yes there? Here. This works. Gonna go here. And it's gonna go half on that. Then we're gonna go up. Actually, can make it across. Nice. We're gonna do the same thing over here. This way we can both place and take off of this. Okay, so we're gonna need another set of fast inserters. And we're gonna need some splitters at the end. Yeah. Let's try this out. And sorry, you guys probably actually heard that Discord ping. That was me, not you. Just so you're aware. Okay. Now, at the end of each of these, we're going to do this. We are going to do this, but we are going to add a filter for that with left as the priority. This is going to result in all of the green circuits coming out here. And we're going to do the same bit over here. Right as the priority with green circuits. Pickup thing, F. And this is going to result in a full belt of green circuits. A full belt. Hooray. Alright, awesome. I hope this works as I believe it will. But because we now have this full belt, which is going to be nowhere near what we require in the end, by the way. We're going to need a lot more eventually. We can start bringing it over, and I guess... And I'm just picking up a ton of them, but it's fine. Which way is the best way to go to actually bring it over? I guess up. I don't like going up this way because it means the circuits are only going to enter the system much further on, but not much you can do about it. Okay. So, how am I going to manage this? Which way should they go? So many circuits. I have so many. Where should I put them? Should I put them to the left? I think to the left makes the most sense. We'll let them go over here. That works. Right? Does it? So. I'm gonna do it one over just in case. Actually, no, I shouldn't have done that. That doesn't matter that much. Here, this kind of works actually. We'll do it just before copper gets taken. It's correct. It's incorrect, but it's fine. Go up here. And there we go. Now we got green circuits going through. Green circuits coming through and entering our factory. Great. That is pretty nice. Whole lot of green circuits. Also, I don't even think I put these down the right track. Yeah, they're supposed to be here. More green circuits for me to use, I suppose. I'm surprised I haven't been attacked yet, by the way. I guess I did clear out the closest one, but there's one over there that's just never even tried to touch us. Nice. It's a little bit strange. Anyways, I am gonna put a radar over here, both to scan for some more things and to let us see what's going on by the power. And then I'm gonna put another one over vaguely in this direction. I guess over here. One of our drills is already out, damn. So we should be able to get a bit more stuff scanned, hopefully. And we can just see more on the map in general. Know what's going on. Another big stone patch over here. Now we got some coal over to the left. A bit hidden from us at this point, but eventually. Anyways, now that we actually have green circuits going, we can create the next thing. Sorry, I took a drink. Which for us is going to be actually making... I'm out of inserters. I've used up all of mine. I've almost used up all of my transport belts. I'm gonna pick up now. Sorry. We need to actually start making green science. We haven't actually started doing that yet. So, let's see. Let's get rid of this because we've already done this now. Need to add a recipe. Green science. We want to do 1 per second. That wants 12 normal assembly machines. Or 8 of these. I suppose 8 of the improved ones. We're only going to need one each of this. One thing making inserters, one thing making transport belts. So that's pretty easy. That's not too bad. Same with this. This isn't too bad anymore. Okay, that's going to be pretty simple, actually. Let's get going for that. Let's get going. Okay. Now my question is, do I want to leave this? Do I want to leave this alone right now? I don't know if I need to. Let me also see. Oh, get rid of that. We just need two normal ones, or one of the... We'll do 2 normal ones to make our gears. That should be fine. Okay. So, we're gonna need 8 tier 2 assembling machines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do a set of 8 of the normal ones for now, because I'm thinking I probably want to have a set of assembling machines that are doing it for the green science and a set of assembling machines that are doing it just for my personal resources, my personal usage. Because I really need both. And I think having some dedicated ones could be useful in that regard. Okay. So in order to accommodate that, let's put it over here. Let's put it over to the right. Let's see. First thing, we're gonna need our gears. Those are gonna be pretty simple to do. Here. I don't think there will be any problems with just having some iron run down here. Getting some fast inserters and just have it do this. Not the right thing. Fast inserters and having it do this. Shouldn't be any problem with that. And I am gonna just have it go... Well, I'm not gonna have it combined, but I am gonna have them both go in separate belts. Am I? No, I'm not. We are gonna have it. I'll stay on one side of the belt. This is going to... These... then once we have gears, the next step is to produce next few resources. Let's see, what will it be? We're gonna need to do some iron bars, so once we are up here, We can have both of those combine, and then we can have this go up, and we use some splitters along with some underground belts to basically go only fill this. Actually, that's the wrong side, isn't it? Annoying. Annoying, that's not the right side. I guess better way is to do this. 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 Oh no. So it would be like this. This be able to go all the way under? No. Would this be able to go all the way under? Yes. There we go. Okay, and then this one's going to go underneath. This is also going to go on this side of the thing. That will have... Actually, wait. I don't even need to do that, do I? I'm not even thinking. I don't even need to go through all this hassle. All I need to do is just... I just need to do this. It's so much easier than I was going all through through this whole hassle, and then I realized, wait, the variables don't even need that. I don't even need that resource. It's so much easier. But it's actually like... There you go. And then we're going to do the same thing we did before. Output priority to, I guess, left. And we're going to filter for inserters. Okay, makes sense. I believe it would be this. Yeah, that seems about right. And then the only other thing I will say is rather than have this input directly, I do want it to insert into a chest. Let's see, what's the best way for me to actually do that, though, is my main question. Here, if I switch this around, do this and make that already right. Do inserters. That way I can just throw a chest right here and have this make inserters for me. That works. And then this one, quite a bit easier. I just have it go around. And I completely filled the chest. Okay. Let's go ahead and start connecting all of this, and then we just need to connect the resources. Actually, not quite yet. I also need to build the actual thing that makes the science, which hopefully shouldn't be too hard. Hopefully. We'll see. It's not placing these things right at all. There we go. Probably just need normal inserters for this one, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. That. Welcome back. I don't know why nobody's chatting. I think everyone just kind of dipped, honestly. Okay. Now that we've done this, go ahead and bring all our Greek science together, and we can start running this over to thing. Running it over to our labs. Okay. Only thing left, we need to actually start pulling some of our resources up. We don't even need copper for this, do we? Don't. We only need like half a thing of iron. Let's do that. Do that. I did not do that correctly. There we go. Bringing our iron over, and I think that's all we need. We do need to actually set this to use green. We do need to power it. What's going on here? Oh, I'm actually pulling into this. Whoops. That's a little bit important. Okay, how's this going? We're making a lot of things. Quite a few things. My main question, are we making enough inserters to support the whole thing? Because that's kind of one thing I was a little bit worried about. If we're not, we can upgrade this to a tier 2, and I think that'll be fine. But I just want to make sure. I want to make sure we're producing enough. It seems like we are. It seems like we are just barely producing enough. Okay. In that case, let's start transporting our green science down. One other thing is we can dismantle all of this stuff now, because we basically ended up completely replacing it. That's not entirely true, but for the most part. I feel like I need to connect this up a little bit better, but it's fine. For the most part, we have replaced it. The only thing that we haven't completely replaced is the whatever it's called, the generator for drills, which isn't ideal, but I can live with it. Live with it. We have how many now? Over 200, almost 250 drills, so I'm not really worried. I think we'll be fine. But yeah, we're producing a ton of green science now. We just kind of need to bring it over. Where do we bring it over from? Probably just right here, honestly. Honestly. Alright, let's go for this. Right here, right? Yeah. I built this. I'm not building this correctly at all. Okay, whatever. Here we go. Gonna put the green science right there. And now we're just making it. We're actually making the green science. What we want. I'm gonna make sure. First off, we got enough energy? Oof, just barely. Yeah, we're gonna have to expand that a little bit soon. Here, let's do that now. 2 more boilers. 4 more steam engines. There we go. Now we just need one whole pipe. And we're done. More power. We're doing fine now. That should be okay for a little while. A little while, at least. Let's see. Have we got... Oh, we got another Baroness down there. Oh, that's not great. That's actually a lot closer than I would like. Have finished advanced material processing, which I'm happy with. Uh... Anything specific? Stronger explosive seems nice. It's not, like, super important, though. Let's do research speed. That seems saves time for us for the rest of the game. So let's go for it. Ooh, we are falling behind in our iron production now. I think it might be time to boot up this other iron mine. Let's go. Let's do it. You still have some steel in here, but it's all right. Let's combine these. Okay, there we go. We got our second iron line up and running. It's gonna eat up a little bit extra iron, relatively speaking. But I think we are producing enough to completely fill it. I'm hoping we are. Yeah, it's starting to fall back a little bit. There we go. You can see right now we are getting an almost completely full iron line. Now I think it just straight up is completely full, which is what you expect. Oh yeah. But that doesn't make sense. Does it actually? Because we're using half an iron line here. Where else are we using in any iron? We're using half an iron line here. This isn't actually a full usage of an iron line. This, once it is running at full capacity, is using a full iron line. So, in theory, once this gets all the way caught up, this should be running completely fine. Yeah, look there. Look there. Now it's starting to fill back up again. We're fine. Okay, so I'm glad that I built that because we could basically just switch it on and now everything's running perfectly normal. Uh, Probably need to technically do the same with copper, but right now that's not that important. Um, yeah, cool. So now the next question is basically what are we working on next? What's the next thing we need to actually finish? I don't really know. I don't really know for sure. Uh, Steel, actually. I think steel is next. That's pretty important. Only problem with that? First off, I want to make some grenades. Grenades are really useful. Um, Scratch. I might want to do an assembly machine. Do an assembly machine make grenades for me. Grenades are just too important. Too important of a weapon. Now, they're not actually like super important, but they are very nice to have, basically. Because we're already using up a good portion of this iron. Is this completely full? This is completely full. I don't recall exactly. Here, let's clear this out. Let's see. For iron belts, how much do we need in terms of mines? I want 15. In terms of ore, we need 30. Right now we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24 plus 8. Yeah, so we actually have an excess of them. If I get rid of these two, so that would mean that these together are enough to actually support this full iron mine, which is good, because that means we do have a little bit of capacity to go for steel, which I would very much like to do. Ooh, stop, please. There we go. So I want you guys to reverse direction really quick. Start going out this way. We did finish research lab speed, which is pretty nice. Let's do explosion damage. May as well. I'm gonna get rid of this radar and place it a little bit further down. Okay, that should be enough for another full capacity mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think this is overkill a little bit actually, but I'm not going to complain. Go. Okay. So with this, what I can do is I can start designing steel factory. Should I use steel furnaces for this? I'll start off with them. I'll start off with some steel furnaces. May as well. Now I just need to figure out best way to do it. Best way to have this factory up and running. So I think it's going to be about... It's going to be similar to this. Not one-to-one, but similar. So what I'm thinking is we essentially have... Same thing as over here. We go 12 up. Do that. And then I'll just use normal furnaces for the sake of getting this done. We do one apart and it goes like this. And then we're gonna have our inserters going this way. And then we're gonna have another line of coal going up, like with the other one. So it's gonna go up like this, and then like this. At the end, we're gonna have the steel come out this way. I think this makes sense. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this and see what happens. One moment. I think once I set this up, I'm going to finish stream, by the way, just so people are aware. Oh, stuff's getting attacked. Up at the top? Oh, shoot. Only 2 guys. It's not good. Can get destroyed. Destroyed. There. Two entities were destroyed. Entities were destroyed somewhere. I don't know where. What? What got this? Oh, is it here? There we go. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay. That's not good because that means I've caused enough pollution that they're starting to attack. I think, unfortunately, what I kind of have to do now, bring the fight to them. Problem I have with that at the moment, I don't really have much ammo recently. And I've been neglecting that. I do have grenades now, which is kind of nice. It's not much. How many grenades do I got? 18. So that's okay. Okay. Let me go grab a little bit more iron. And we'll figure this out. Okay, first of all, before I do that, let's see if I can get this steel going. Let's see if I can get this going really quick. Need one more underground belt. And let's get this iron going over this way. And sorry, I need to be careful about this. Ooh, I really need to be careful about this. The iron is gonna get split. It's only going on. Oh god, it's only going onto this belt. I really messed that up, didn't I? I got some extra coal, I suppose. Okay, and now this is gonna start producing a little bit of steel. I think it works. Then let's just do a filter, and for now, we're gonna filter for steel coming on the left, and we'll just go ahead and put that into a chest to gather a little bit of steel for us. Okay, anyways, let's start making a few more shotgun shells. Let's make a little bit more ammo. I think with the grenades, I'll be okay with this many sentries. I think I will be. We'll see. Ooh, I'm close. Oh, how do I throw them? I don't remember how to actually throw the grenades. That's a bit of a problem. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, see, grenades are... I forgot how good grenades are. Man. They are really good. Look, my sentries didn't even take any damage. Didn't even take any. Alright, let me check the pollution. Ooh, yeah, these guys aren't going to be happy very soon. Not going to be happy. I'm going to have to place a few sentries down that way just in case. B. Craft a few sentries. Make sure. How are we doing on steel? Yeah, we're starting to produce it a little bit. Not a ton, but a decent bit. Let's see. These are getting overfilled, so I do want to make some more steel furnaces. Actually pick up some stone in order to get that done. Yeah, let's get a couple sentries placed around here. I'm hoping that'll be okay. See, though. Got more inventory space, so that's pretty good. I need to finish up, honestly. How long have I been streaming? I haven't looked in chat in a minute. I've streamed about an hour. It's fine. Well, we're starting military research, and then I want to grab some stone bricks. That's a little bit excessive, but I don't care. I want more steel furnaces. More steel furnaces. Once we have 12, we'll be able to upgrade our steel production a little bit. Alright, military's done already. I don't really have much. I can't like use the military stuff yet, but I'll take it. Electric energy does produce distribution is also really so I'll do that. All right, cool. We are now producing quite a bit more steel, which I'm happy with. By quite a bit more, I mean we're just producing some, as we kind of weren't before. Let's see. And we're producing at about max capacity with this. Awesome. So now I kind of just need to, if I want to make a full row of steel production. Actually, I don't even think that would be a full row, would it? It definitely wouldn't be. Here, let's see, because you need a lot. For a full row of steel, you need a lot. Yeah, just a little bit. You need 120 plus another 120 furnaces for iron. Eesh. So right now, uh, divide that by 10, whatever that would be, 1.5 steel per second. So I could do 3 steel per second if I made another one of these. Not great. Not great. It's gonna be a minute until I can do a full row of steel, but I can do like another single thing, which I think is what I'm going to do because that was the plan to begin with. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna need a lot more of these. Now let me start by just actually marking out where these are supposed to go. That's also important. Then here. And then. And now in all the in-between spaces, we're going input and start placing some down. Then after that, we're gonna need 2 splitters, and a few underground belts. Alright, this is going over here. And now that we've done that, we can pull this all the way up. We can start powering this. Alright, perfect. Okay, so now we've got two rows of steel going. Ooh, I do not want that to happen. So it's always going to go left. We're doing steel. So now we're doing steel on both sides. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. Now we're just doing pretty good production in steel. It's not perfect. Not the fastest in the world, but it's still going. It's going and it's working. All right. Sorry, I just... Okay, I kind of really need to finish at this point. I was supposed to be asleep a while ago. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you're doing okay.